The next things I want to touch base on are material, artistic mediums, emotions, and location. To start with material, you can specify materials that can also influence the composition of the image. For example, I can say aluminum, carbon fiber, cardboard, wooden, and it would completely change the output image accordingly. This would work best with architectural images or specific objects. So let's say I start with a basic prompt of Great Wall of China. Actually, I made a mistake in the spelling of China. So let me run this again with the right spelling. And then in the next one, I'm going to do Great Wall of China made of carbon fiber. And then let's do made of wood. And then let's do made of cardboard. And let's see how this impacts the overall image that we're creating in each case. Now our images are ready and let's see what output did we get. So the first one is actually the image of Great Wall of China. Looks like a very realistic image from version 5 of Midjourney. The next one we did was actually the first one is with the wrong spelling of China, but the algorithm was smart enough to understand what I'm asking for and it did produce the image of Great Wall of China. In the next one I said made of carbon fiber and you see it completely changed the brick walls and now the walls are made of carbon fiber actually and made them black. The next one we did was wood and now it has completely changed the composition of the image such that it looks like the wall of China is made of wood, especially in this one where it keeps the overall structure of wall of China intact and at the same time add wood on top of it. And the last one we did was cardboard and now it did not change the actual Great Wall of China into a cardboard, but it's showing a model of Great Wall of China made out of cardboard, and that's why you see humans in the photos. In all the 4 photos, we know that it's inside a room. So we know we're working with a model of Great Wall of China and not the actual image of the wall. And that's how the algo interpreted it. It used its own logic and sense to understand that if I'm asking for a cardboard, then it has to be a model and not the actual image. So in this way, there are different interesting things you can try and see how assigning a material can make a huge significant difference on the type of the output that is created. What if I said cellulose wall, Great Wall of China, the output would be completely different. The next thing I want to touch base on is artistic mediums. And in the context of images, the term medium refers to the material or format used to create the image. This can include traditional art media such as canvas, paper, or paint, as well as digital media such as computer screens, printers, or digital files. The medium used can have a significant impact on the look and the feel on the image, as different materials and formats can create different textures and color effects. Now here's a list of different artistic mediums that we can use. Now you might notice that graffiti is repeated, but we're using it in a different sense here. It's a style plus an artistic medium and you can use it in both ways. So I have added in both places. So let's try a few out of these. Let's try mosaic, collage, and watercolor. This time let's work with an animal painting. So let's say imagine cute baby panda. And then let's start playing around. Watercolor painting of cute baby panda. Collage painting of cute baby panda. and then we can do mosaic. Let's try one more, and let's say wood carving painting of cute baby panda. So what I expect here is that the first one will be the cute baby panda painting. Collage essentially means putting in together pieces of cloth or paper or stuff like that to make an image. From there, mosaic will have a similar feature to collage, in which it will be created from fragmented pieces of different objects and arts. Wood carving will actually look like a wood carving of painting of panda, and watercolor painting will have a splash of watercolor on it. So let's see what the bot produces first. So the first one is a basic painting of a cute baby panda. The second one is with watercolors, and it's not visible in all of them, but you can see specifically in this U3 image that you see a sparkle of watercolors around the panda, and the painting is actually made by using watercolors. The third one is collage, and as we expected, this paintings of panda has been created by putting in pieces together of cloth and artwork from different objects and mediums. The third one is mosaic, and that also shows here that it's been created from smaller pieces, like a puzzle has been assembled to create this image. And the last one is wood carving, and here the algo interpreted it as create an image of panda on a wood carving. So that's what it's doing. It's taking a base wood and then carving a panda on top of it. So you see, in this way, by using different artistic mediums, we completely changed the output of the image. If I go with 3D printing, the image would look like it's been rendered from a 3D printer. The next I want to cover is emotions. Now, we tried this a bit, but I want to focus on it again with the owl, that we created a cute owl and then we created a cute angry owl, and the image completely changed. So in this way, we can optimize our image a lot based on different emotions that we want to portray in the image. So let's say I go with the same one that we have here of wood carving painting of panda, and I make it cute adventurous baby panda, and then I can do crying or pessimistic. Let's do crying baby panda, and let's see how this impacts our image. So you see, as I added adventurous here, it tried creating a more playful image of the panda. In all the images, it looks like it's happy, it's playing, or that sort of a feeling. Whereas when I said crying, the image completely changed and we see a sad crying face of the panda in all the images. The last thing I wanted to touch base on is location. Using different environments can set images apart considerably and set unique aesthetic moods of the final generated output. For example, mountain peak, indoors, underwater, in a forest, or a rooftop. So these are just a few examples that you can use to create more context of where the image was taken, so that there is more customizing option available to you when creating the image. So let's try a few of these and see how does that work. So let's do something more unrealistic. Let's say astronaut sitting on a chair. Underwater, on top of a mountain. What else can we try? Let's do in a lunar colony. In a lunar colony, in a hidden underground bunker. Bunker also sounds funny. So let's try that. So now our images are ready and let's start reviewing them. So the first one is just an astronaut sitting on a chair. It actually added a very realistic face here as well. The next one is underwater, and you see in all four images it's the exact same prompt but with the context of the location, and the image completely changed by actually placing the astronaut underwater. The next one I said was on underwater on top of a mountain. So that was a mistake on my end. I wasn't supposed to write underwater, but you can see how it got reflected. It shows that the astronaut is on the top of a mountain, plus it's sitting on a chair in a lake. The next one what I did was underwater in a lunar colony. So it's trying to show the lunar colony while being underwater, and it added a few objects here to show that. And the last one was underwater in a hidden underground bunker, and that's what it showed here. The bunker is full of water. In some of them there is less water, but you can clearly see that now it's sitting under a bunker. So in this way, by adding a location, we can completely change the context in which the image was taken, and it provides a very good way to customize your image to make it exactly what you were looking for. That's it for the prompt section. In the next section, we're going to start talking about different parameters and functions Midjourney offers us for further customization.